Good morning, everybody. If you have got something you need to come out about today and you're not quite sure how to do it, what might be in your way, or how you can be more mindful during the process, you've come to the right place. Good morning. My name is Seth. I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me over there. While we're here, we're talking about you and what it is you got to come out about today. And I use tarot to help you figure all that out. So, while I'm getting these cards in the right order, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so we can keep track of each other. Hi, replay. And I just had a weird little jump in these cards. And hit that thumbs up button down there if it feels like this is something that resonates with you. If it doesn't, just let it go, ignore it. You don't have to worry about it. It may be for somebody else. Because these messages are general. They could be for anybody, and I hope that they're for you. And as always, if you find this useful or you think someone else might, share it out with your friends so they can take advantage of the message as well. All right, there we are. Using Spellcaster's Tarot again today. There's our obstacle, action, mindfulness. Ooh. Okay, a lot of focus on our action today. That's where the attention is. And we've got some great fire energy going on here. Fire energy has been kind of absent recently, so it feels, I think to me, it feels good to have this fire energy there. As someone who's an earth sign, every once in a while it's nice to have a little fire underneath you, even though it may burn. But what's cool about this fire energy is that it's gonna, I think, require you to think about the balance in your life. So let's see where that's going. Our obstacle today is the Five of Swords. Our action is Temperance. And our mindfulness is the Page of Swords. Look at that sword. It's freaking huge. How's he even holding it up? I don't know. All right. So for me, there's a lot of imbalance here, actually. To have both of these swords, have all this fire energy on either side of Temperance is the imbalance of. What's interesting to me as well is that yesterday the Five of Swords was in the mindfulness space. Now it's in our obstacle. So to me, if you didn't pay attention to what the mindfulness exercise was yesterday, that's why this is showing up in the obstacle, because there's more work to do. There's something to do. So what is it that is the thing you're not telling the truth about to yourself? What is it, the thing that you're avoiding? What is that thing that you're like, yeah, that's not really a thing. I just need to do, X. But why? Yeah, that's not really a thing. It doesn't matter that it keeps popping up. It doesn't matter that people keep showing themselves to me. Yes, more work. So the challenge here is, what is it that you're willing to ignore for... What is it that you're willing to ignore in order to feel like you've got the truth in front of you? That's a weird way to say that. I don't know how else to say that, but that's what it feels like. So how are you being surprised by what's behind you? How are you being surprised by the thing that you don't want to put out in front of you? That's the biggest challenge, is not wanting to put something out in front of you that really probably should be out there. I think it's interesting. God, I'm fascinated more and more and more by this deck. I think it's interesting that it's almost like being right at the break of day, which to me is almost clear and present understanding, and yet we're still living in the dark. So that's just a deceitful thing to me. It's like saying, yes, I'm here and I'm ready, but there's all this other stuff I want to hide. So biggest obstacle today is what you don't want to share with the world. And in the story of coming out, in the effort of coming out, it's not surprising that this may be your biggest obstacle, though there are so many different obstacles that we've uncovered during this coming out obstacle journey. I think it's interesting that telling half-truths or not telling the full truth is the biggest obstacle today. All right, how do we get around that? With Temperance in the middle here, this is our biggest focus for today. Ooh, what do tulips mean Al, do tulips mean anything to you? These tulips are important, but what's most important to me is actually the color of the tulip and the fact that we've got Hermes here in the middle of Temperance. So there is a soul healing that's going on, and that's the effort that needs to take place in order to resolve this sense, or not sense, this obstacle of deceit, of not telling the truth. There's a soul healing that needs to go on, and that requires a different kind of balance than teetering or trying to figure out how you say something versus how you don't. There's so many different styles of balance that we have in the world. This is soul healing. So however you reach healing of your soul, that could be going and confessing to a priest, it could be going through a ritual, it could be doing a ritual cleansing, it could, for example, I went to a reader that I like to go to. His name is Doc Cosmic New Age, and Doc prescribed me a ritual cleansing because I was having trouble with the weight of the psychic work that I was doing, and I needed to do something that was outside of my norm, and he knew exactly what I needed to do, and he gave me this ritual, and I went through it, and magic happened. So when I get there again, I can try it again, or I might reach out to him to see if there's something new I need to do. So soul healing, ritual cleansing, this is the kind of thing that's going to take us past this need to feel deceitful and be able to be open to what is out there and how we can move forward. The mindfulness exercise today in our Page of Swords so tulips don't mean anything to you, Al, or are you thinking about it? In our Page of Swords is the awareness of how we're boasting about something that may not be actually the thing. How do I describe this? So this is like being a snake oil salesman. The awareness of when you are being a snake oil salesman is your mindfulness exercise for the day. When is it that you're putting something out there that's probably a little greater than what the truth really is? This is in the vein of deceit. It's in the vein of not being honest, but the obstacle is not being honest with yourself. The mindfulness is how is that creeping into the rest of your life, your day, your relationships, and how is it coming out of your mouth? And so like translating from your brain to your mouth. All right, that's your mindfulness exercise today. That's a tough one. This is a tough day. This isn't an easy one. And it's freaking Friday. Couldn't I have come up with something easy? No, because that's not the way the world works. All right, everybody, I hope this is helpful. If it is, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so I know it is and it gets in front of other people. Also, subscribe if you haven't already so we can keep track of each other. And if you signed up for the relationship challenge, we're getting started today. You should have an email from me, so I hope you do. If you didn't get one, then let me know. Send me a DM or send me a message. Let me know you didn't get an email. I don't know how that could have happened, but let me know. And I will talk to you all later. Have a good weekend. By the way, I forgot, if you're on Periscope, Twitter, join me on Periscope and Twitter, 6 o'clock tonight Central, where I jump on and I dole out readings via donation, where you can get an idea of what it's like to have a reading with me without the full-time, hour-long, $60-ish some dollar commitment. All right, thanks everybody. See you later.